Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are continuing to work on our Christmas in July series. Today is Thursday, July 24th. That means there are 7 days left in this month, and I have got to get this journal completed. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Now let's get cracking. I have a mess. I have not cleaned up. I have not been in here. I am so overwhelmed this morning with everything that I need to accomplish over the next few weeks that I'm like, I can't even think straight. So I told Mark, I'm like, I'm going to go up and work for a little bit. And he was like, okay. And then we're just going to see what we can do. I don't have a long time today to be in here, but we have a little bit of time. So here's what we're going to do. I have this wonderful page that I stickled the other day, so it dried, and it's ready to be used now. I have this little piece, and I was trying to fuss around and find some things to put on a page. And I thought, I set this on top of here, and I thought, oh my gosh, that would be the cutest little piece in a pocket. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to heat emboss the poinsettia. And just make that shine on there, and then it'll be we're going to glue that to the top of this, and then that's going to be a piece of made ephemera. I cut out these tags that were ready to go. I have this bit, I just need to trim it down. It's ready to go in a pocket. So just a few things like that we're going to do. I still don't have any, trim picked out for the edges of the little golden book pages, you know, and I think I may just take a roll of Dollar Tree trim outside. In fact, I think this is what we're going to do. I have a roll of Dollar Tree lace, and I think I'm going to take it outside and spray it. I need to see if there's any coffee left in the coffee pot this morning. I'm sure there is, because I didn't do a refill this morning. Oh my gosh, where's my tweezers? So oh my gosh, this is what I mean. I'm super overwhelmed. So that way that can dry. If there's coffee left in the pot, which again, I do think there is, I'm going to dunk the trim in the coffee and then take it outside and spray it with some mica. Probably, there's so much blue in this journal. I'm wondering if I should do blue or red. I'll have to see what depth of color in the blues that I have, because I kind of feel like the blue would be a really pretty touch on the edge of the pages. So I will get that figured out. So I'm going to heat this, and then we'll glue this to the top of this little piece, which is so cute. And actually it would make a really cute tuck on a page too. So we'll figure that out. Thought I was filming, blabbing away, and I'm not. So there's that piece. And these are Tim Holtz pieces out of the Christmas pack of ephemera I got last year. We have this piece here that I stickled the other day, and so it dried. I did it before I left the room so I could just leave it undisturbed. And so I'm going to put this on this page, and I folded this over. So this will flip out, but this leaves this white space here. There's no specific measurement. I put it on the page where I was happy with it, folded it over, scored it, calling it good. But this needs covered. So I could look through, you know, my book pages, anything like that. But then I thought, you know, I have wonderful Christmas napkins. I haven't used any in this project yet. So we're going to put a napkin on here. I'm just going to put it on with glue stick, which is a lot of glue. It's a lot of glue. Glue stick to do it. Are these 2-ply? Yes, they're 2-ply. I could never remember on these if they're 2-ply or 3-ply. 3-ply. They're 3-ply, Jody, not 2-ply. Anyway, so I just want to try to get that started, and it is not wanting to give it up, which makes me wonder if these are 2-ply. But no, they're 3-ply. It's starting. This piece of washi is not sticky at all. That's part of the problem, because I've unstickied it on purpose. There we go. So if you don't know that trick, you can use a piece of tape to get your layers apart, because what happens is if you don't get it down to just that single layer, then it's going to peel up, or Yeah, just say it's going to so that you remember to do it. So I'm going to fight with this. It's not coming off easily. And this is one of the twofers. I love these. And actually, maybe, no, that's not going to be dark enough. I was thinking I would use the ghost print on this page so that it's not such a bold print. But I don't think so. Yeah, I thought I was filming and then I wasn't filming and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for that. It's not really dark enough to cover this. So what do I want to do to fix it? I think I'm going to use the ghost print. I don't generally do that, but we're going to. I know what I'll do. I'm just going to take a little bit of gesso over that. Gosh. And by little, I mean just a little to knock that blue back. We're still going to put something on this page to embellish. I don't know what that's going to be yet. But what will happen here is that'll just knock that back. So kind of like what does show through won't be as big of a deal. I do want it kind of smoothed out. Didn't feel like washing a brush for this, so I'm just using my fingers. Not a big deal. Just feathering out those edges a little bit. Okay. And where's that first layer of napkin that I took off? Here we go. Now we have a napkin. Look at that. I always save the white bits. I use these so much just for cleaning up my hands and stuff. So we are going to use this. So what I'm going to do is get glue stick all over and get this pushed down and stuck down on here. Then that'll be covered and we can trim it. I am going to wrap this around the edge so that this is covered as well. Otherwise, we're just going to have that bright white showing, and I don't want that. How about don't stick your finger in the wet gesso? So I have to dry the gesso before I glue stick it. Okay. I got it all glued down and inked around it. I do have a few wrinkles. That does not bother me. If you don't want wrinkles, then take more time than I did getting it glued down. I did wrap it around the back and it's glued down to our page now. So what I have here is just a piece of like copy paper that's been sprayed with red mica. And I am making a pocket out of it. So it was already torn. I don't know what it was torn from. It was in my stash like that. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I have to reinforce this edge. Oh, that's stamped. So I'm just going to use a piece of paper here to reinforce the edge. It's not going to take much. I'm just going to, you know, do just a little strip and then I'll tear around that. That'll give that a little bit more strength because this is only 20-pound paper. So it's not going to be sturdy enough for me to put stuff in and out of that pocket. Gosh, Jody. So anyway, we're just going to do this. And then, so I have a question. Did you guys see, Tracy did oh gosh, what is it called? I'll have to look up the hashtag. It's like the hashtag JJ 10 minutes or something like that. Anyway, Corey is hosting or doing it, or whatever the word is that you want to use there. And, anyway, so Tracy's make was super cute. I really liked it a lot. That needs to dry so we can get that glued down. I also have my little, where did it go? Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose my mind. Some of you are such clean and clean, neat and tidy creators. And oh my gosh, my entire table looks like a bomb went off on it. I'm going to put this on here as a tuck. But again, because this is kind of lighter weight, I'm going to just back this on this book page. It's also going to hide where I have stitched that so nothing catches on those stitches. So I'm just going to use my art glitter glue for this. I need to get my 3-in-1 out because like this is a good job for 3-in-1 here. And you're not really going to see necessarily that paper on the background, but it just keeps this from catching on everything. And then I'm going to put a cluster in this corner as a little tuck as well. And that will be so cute, I think. Oh my gosh. Did you see what I almost did? Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Oh, that'll be cute. So let that dry. Set that aside. I'm going to put that upside down like that. So Tracy did a thing that was so cute and I really like it. And so we're going to make one. I'm not going to time myself, but I need a couple of scraps. I was just thinking if I had anything a little bit smaller, because this is usable as a journaling card size. Ooh, yeah. Lots of good scraps, guys. Ooh, that one's a cute one. I think I just derailed myself by finding all these little scraps I didn't realize I had. I need to make that a pocket somewhere too. Okay, so what she did was she just took like 2 tags and they were so cute. And actually, if I just do the greens and the greens, it's going to match and be fantastic. So I'm going to just cut this like, I don't know, in half maybe. And I'm just using scraps. Tracy had pre-made tags, which I have, but I'm not going to use them for this. And so this is approximately, I don't know, like a little over 1 3/4. So I'm going to cut this at like 2 1/4. That's 2 1/2, 2 1/4. And I'm just guessing on this, but I think this will be fun on a page somewhere. And then I want my shapes to be the same on this. So I'm just going to cut and move it over. Where'd that go? That's hard to see because it's the same color. Oh my gosh, Jody. Okay. Trying to hold these like they're supposed to be held. Like my shapes won't be exact because I have difficulty holding this. I really need to do the like credit card trick and cut the different shapes on a card. All these years I've seen that hack. And do you think I've ever done it? No. My scissors need cleaned. So close enough. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just decide like about what width we want this to be. And I'm going to ink around this edge and that edge, and then we'll ink around the rest of it in a minute. So I think if I want this to be like a tuck on the side of a page, and then this is like a ticket sticking out, I think these are too long this way. Yeah, that's about 4. So I think we're going to cut this down to about 2 1/2 inches from this side, and I'm going to do them separately because I haven't glued them together yet. Tracy set a timer for 10 minutes and she made like 3 of these. She ended up spending more time and embellishing them a little bit more when she was finished, which was super cute. Now I think I'll do it this way. Oh, you know what oh, poop. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I needed to make that one. This is why she glued them first before she cut them. Ooh, I like that. We're going to go that way. Okay. This one needs to stick out a little bit more. So I'm just going to put glue on the bottom here. And I'm not sad that I did that because they're all going to be like usable pieces. So it's going to be fine. I want mine to stick out a little bit. She did her bottom one a little bit shorter than the top one, but I'm doing it this way. And if I'd have done that a little bit better, that could be a little pocket too. Let's clean that up. I'm just brainstorming as I'm doing it and thinking, wait a minute. wait 1 minute. I am going to glue like this. So then we have a little tuck. Like, won't that be cute? I don't know if it'll be cute. Jody, you haven't made it yet. True story. We're not there yet to know if it's going to be cute, are we? Okay. And then you can mass make these, which would be like super fun. I need to get my hair put up. I've already caught it in the trimmer and thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna whack a chunk of hair out, but I'm trying to let it dry because we have to leave here in just a little while. Okay, that's that piece for a pocket. So then we just need to decorate it, and it doesn't need to have like a lot on here, I don't think. That's kind of busy, but something like that could be cute. Or look, even just that on there. That would be a really cute piece. No. The little bow's on the wrong side. That's what I'm struggling with. If that were like flipped, or I'd seen that first as my little piece, would have been better. These again are just my Tim Holtz pieces. And actually that could go on there as a little tuck as well. And that would be super cute. Too big. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one, but the bow is on the wrong side. Yes, Jody, you've said that. How many times are you going to say that? I don't know. Probably way too many. Oh, he's cute on there. Will he show? No. Still my favorite. Okay, one more and then we're done auditioning for sure. Oh, that's a beautiful piece. That's like a little, oh my gosh, I just got an idea. We could score that and make that into like a little book. That would be so cute. That's what those all are. Okay. Nope. Maybe. Nope. I'm thinking, I'm struggling because I want to make that a little tuck, I think. And that's where I'm like, do I or don't I do that? Santa's workshop ticket. There we go. I think I'm going to save. We're going to audition those. Let's ink this up. Yep. And we're going to make that a little tuck because why not? It would be super cute. I actually think I'm going to cut those edges off. Yep. Oh. Okay. So we're going to use that on here. We need a little bit of trim to hang out from under there. I think would be really cute. What do I have? Because that's already cut. Will that work? That could work. We spent like all day outside yesterday. So I'm like this morning a little tired. Ooh, that's really pretty. Here we go. I'm really tired this morning and trying to function. And I have things I have to do like I already said. So... oh, yeah. Okay. Do I want that on there? I don't. Okay. I'm fussing. Okay. So we have here this in our little pocket. And boy, I did not think that little pocket through. I'm glad I didn't make the ticket a little pocket. This doesn't hold much of anything big. So it really took me some time to find something small enough to go in there. But alas, we have a piece. It's fine. She says. Okay, so I want to put some eyelets in here somewhere. I have the cutest little snowflake eyelets. And I think we need one in here. And this one. I don't think I'm going to put one in here. I don't think. I thought about putting just like a piece of trim on there or something. But I'm not going to do that. But I need to find my little... snowflake ornaments. Oh, look at that cute little napkin. Oh my gosh, I just got an idea. This needs to be made into a card where the kids are sleeping and dreaming of their sugar plums. For sure. Yeah, there they are. Look, I knew where something was. Oh, that's a brad. That's not an eyelet. Are they in here? No, they're not in here. Where are they? I thought I got them out. Maybe this is what I'm thinking. No, I know I have some snowflake eyelets. Haha. See? I knew I had a few. Somebody gifted these to me. Aren't they the cutest little things? Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to have to stop and actually clean up my table because I'm about to lose my mind, people. Lose my mind. These are so cute. I want some more. Oh my gosh. Well, she moved now. Over in Erie, there's a scrapbook store. And oh my gosh, she has some of the cutest stuff. And I love that store. And she moved, and I actually haven't been to her new location. She's a really nice lady. I like her a lot. And so I need to go and see if she has anything like this, because that's where I got like the cute little kitty cat brads and stuff. And so yeah, I need to go find out what she's got, because those make really great 12-day gifts too. Did not think that through. Oh, it fits. I didn't measure for my snowflake how wide it was. I thought, oh no, it's not big enough. It's fine. So cute. Ooh, I bent it. Maybe a little too much. It's fine. Okay, so then that's gonna go on the edge of a page somewhere. We're gonna come back to this. So we have our little, it's got to go off this side. Now I could put a little bit of like ribbon or something through here. I may still do that. I don't know. Let's just see, do we need something off of one of these pages? And I think the answer to that is going to be no. Not on this side. Okay. I'm gonna leave that there so I know what page we're working on there. That's such a cute, oh, here, we could put it on this, because if that peeks out the edge like that, then you're gonna see it on this side, which is really nothing to write home about, is it? So we could just make that like a little pocket. Let's just do that. I'm overthinking and costing myself a lot of time today that I just truly don't have. So I'm gluing it down and moving on. Look at me, be a big girl. Kidding, I'm kidding. Let's see. Sure, it's fine. And I probably should do that with some of these other pockets too. Just go through and find a page and stick them down so I stop moving them around, and then we know we need to like work on them, you know? Yep. Yep, yep, and yep. Wait, go back to this page. Let's finish this page, and then we can do that. So on this one, I'm just going to tear along that same edge that's already there, and some of that book text is showing, and I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. If that bothers you, then I would glue it and then tear it, but because this page was already torn, it's not bothering me, okay? So this is going down as a pocket. I actually kind of like that some of that text is showing, because it's book page and we're using a book to make this, and you know, so that's kind of a fun element, I think, to this project. So all my stuff is dry. I'm fine to glue it down. So yeah, if you haven't caught Corey's video on her plan for the 10-minute makes, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do a project in August as part of the collaboration. and I know what I want to do, but I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should get that printed out and make the 10-minute makes as part of that project. And so that way, like on my official day, I can just like say what I'm doing and share with you that aspect of it. Oops. But I will have some stuff made. So I'm thinking that's not a terrible idea, in fact. So maybe we'll be doing that as part of the August series. And then, yes, we are going to do mermaid, but I have some things I have to do before I can like start mermaid. I have some things I need to get taken care of for 12 Days of Christmas makes, and one of those I'm going to do as part of this Christmas in July series. I just need time to be in here and working and stuff like that. Okay, Jody, think about what you're doing, because I started to glue the wrong side of that for him to be on the page like I want him. So that's just kind of some things that are like coming up in the future, just so you kind of like know what to expect. I will give more information at a later date, like on the collaboration I'm doing for August. It's a new collaboration with a new creator that I've not really engaged with before. So that's really, I think, going to be fun. Why do I have this here? I wanted to make a belly band out of that page. Okay. Yeah, the other day I was like trying to get a little bit of a plan with some of this stuff, and I like this poem and the color looks so good on this piece, and I don't even mind like that that's torn like it is. I think it really adds to the charm. So we are going to mark this about where I want to cut it and cut that down and then get that glued down as a belly band, or it's actually just going to be a side pocket because I don't think it makes much sense to do it as a belly band now that I'm looking at it again, but I really like it on this page. So I'm going to cut it down, reinforce this edge. This is pretty good book paper, but just to be safe, reinforce that edge. Okay, so I don't even know where I was because it's been a few minutes. I've been trying to do some things. Have you guys been wondering if I'm ever going to actually do anything with these book pages? The answer to that is yes. We are doing something right now. So I have my punch that I foolishly just put away, and it's this one, and I think it's a 1 inch. It doesn't say on here anywhere, but it's like, it's a 1 inch punch. And this is about the same size as these candles, okay? Now, a couple of different things. This one is torn off, and this one is, it's not terribly damaged, but it is torn, okay? So we need to do a little repair there. And I think I'm going to put like something on here. I just don't exactly have that worked out in my head yet. But if you remember when I was talking about this book, I found some listings for this book on eBay, and that really helped me to see like how this book was when it was new. I didn't see all of the pages, but enough to kind of like go from there with it. So we are going to work on this page, and then that's going to be the end of this video while I will still continue to work. I don't want to bore you guys with all of these things. So we have the two sides. Right now I'm only going to focus on the Christmas tree side because I have to figure out how to recreate those stockings or something, you know, because the stockings are missing. And I think, if I remember right, there were flames that are missing here. I don't have flames, so that's a whole different thing. Okay, so on this particular page, I want to put a couple of circles in here. Now, here's what we need to figure out. I can't redo these candles, and I don't have any candle dies. Do I have any small candle stamps? Possibly, but they're not going to match, so we're not going to do that. So we need some circles, and I am going to just use book page because it will match kind of the weight of these. And then what we're gonna have to do is figure out like some sort of an ornament to put at the bottom of the circles, because the circles cannot be glued all the way down, and you will see why when we get to that point. So let's hope that my punch will punch clean through 2 layers. It did not punch clean through 1 layer. Clean enough, it's fine. So that gives me 2 circles. Okay, so then these are going to get attached on here somehow. Okay, and then what's going to happen if this ribbon were a snake, it would have just bit me. So what happens is this ribbon actually goes back behind these bits. Now, isn't that going to be adorable? I just have to work that out in my head. And then what I want to do is on the flip side of this, I want to put maybe, I can't do that because the fireplace is here on the back side. This is part of why I haven't tackled these pages, is because, you know, I wasn't really feeling great, and so I didn't want to try to do this and flounder. I do want to put some sort of an image on these to be like decorations on the tree. I do wonder, do I have a candle stamp upstairs? If I were not selling this book or attempting to sell this book, I would copy these page and hole punch those candles. But I can't do that because this is potentially not going to be mine. Hopefully somebody will want to buy this. We'll see. Okay. What about that star? Could be a potential ornament. Okay, so that's what I have to figure out. So like if I were to punch out, you know, that on that package like that, that could be a decoration on the tree. That would be under the tree, Jody, but that one might be all right. Let's just do it and see what that looks like on the tree. It's not terrible. I also have the option of just covering all of these if I wanted, and then it would be cohesive. So many decisions. Oh my gosh, I just had an idea. Where are, you guys know I printed some of these 2 to a page. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and the mice were stirring, and they were playing in the Christmas tree while they were waiting on Santa to come. What do we think about that option? 1. Who is that? Okay. I'm going to cover. Oh my gosh. Yep, I'm going to cover those. I'm allowed. I'm allowed. It's okay. I'm trying to give myself permission to do this because I don't want to cover up. Maybe I won't cover up the candles. Or maybe I'll leave 2 candles and have 3 mice. That way those original candles are still there. That's what we're going to do. Yep, we're doing it. Okay. I think that is a good solution. Yep, and yep. Okay, so then we will weave the ribbon around. So now I'm like, do I want to use silver ribbon? And I think I do. Let me see if I have silver and thin like this. It was red originally, but I think I want to try silver. Susie peeked her head out. Thank you, Susie. If you're new here, Susie is my creative squirrel that I'm usually chasing that hasn't been making an appearance lately. I like the silver. We're going to do the silver. And I got the whiter because I feel like the whiter is better. I have both, but I did the whiter one. Okay, so then what's going to happen here is, oops, that was my head. Yeah. So for him, I can just glue him straight on that other one, and that will be fine. So let's do that before I change my mind. I should have put it right on the candle and not on the this coin, but that's okay. And I inked around these. I don't know if you can tell that I inked around them or not, but I did. I should have inked or glued directly on the candle just to make sure that like nothing was coming off. And then what I want to do is take this off, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. And I'm going to put that like so. Okay. And I want to cut this one right about here, I think. Oh, thank goodness that worked. I just hit you with my head again. Sometimes it's hard to work like where I'm on screen and you can see what I'm doing, but also for me to see what I'm doing. It can be a little challenging. Yeah, no. So I'm just holding those down for a second, okay? And then this one, how am I going to attach that one? Or this one? So this one, and I'm trying to think, do I want to try to ink that and just give that a little bit of green color? I mean, it's a damage on the original page, so I don't necessarily want to completely cover it. I'm really trying to maintain the integrity of this book as we're working on it. So that is not right. That's gonna go like that. Then this. No, it's not. Shit. I gotta work it out. Okay, I'm fussing with this for too long, so I'm stopping that this instant. And we are going to give the illusion that this is like wrapping around the tree. I don't really know that it matters, but we're going to put this one on here. This is going to come across the back. I've got glue on that piece, so okay. And I'm probably going to put a slit in the page and stick that. I could just leave it. I'm just going to leave it. We're not going to overthink it. So that goes like that. I think I'm going to come back in with another color and crisscross them. That is what I think I'm going to do. And the reason I say that is because I'm not overly happy with the way this is laying on the page itself. So I think crisscrossing another color is going to be a good thing. I hope, because that's what we're going to do. I actually think that's a good solution. Oh, I could cut this one. I can cut you. You don't need to poke out. Okay. Yes. And now see, there's nothing to attach that to because there's nothing actually attached to that page. I am going, oops, I did it on this one. Why is there glue on that side of that? I'm going to punch a couple more of the circles because I want to back these. And yeah, I may put a little bit of tape, or yeah, let's do that. We're going to put a little bit of medical tape on these folds just to make sure that they are, Do you guys get tired of me saying stabilized? Because I feel like I say it a lot. But in the context of working with these fragile bits or thin bits, I think that the stabilization process is really important. And so I do it, but I maybe it's just today and me feeling like stop saying the same thing over and over again, but it's just such an important part of building something and making sure that at the end of the day, you know, it is not going to fall apart on you. You do all this work and you certainly don't want your page to fall apart. So that's kind of where I'm coming from as far as that goes. I don't mean to be redundant in any way, shape, or form. Okay, yep. So that, yes, I like it. Okay. This guy needs another one because there's glue on the back of that, and I don't know how I did that. And I've just lost my pen for my art glitter glue. No! Shh. I can tuck it up in there. It's okay. I was thinking I wanted to use the other color of ribbon, but I glued that down and I was like, oh no, can I still get another color put in there? And I think I can, but I'm going to have to work quickly. So I'm going to get that done and then I'll come back. I still feel like our tree needs a little more. So I have some green bling, some red blings, a few pearls, and these gems. And I want to do just a variety. I'm not going to like overly embellish it, but I want it to look as if it's like a decorated Christmas tree, you know? So just a few gemstones on here. I thought I'd use these pearls. They're kind of bulky, but so are the gemstones. So because I really wanted like a variation in, oh, I actually really like those pearls. Okay, we're gonna do the pearls. So I'm going to work on decorating our tree, and like I said, I'm not going to do a lot. I try to pull the factory sticky off these. I don't trust it, and then I put my own glue on it. Sometimes I can't get them off, but sometimes I can, and so I do try, because over time, I find that double-sided sticky tape doesn't really hold. And so I do try to get it off of there. I have to watch the time. I know we have to leave in just a little bit, but I'm so glad I found a little bit of a groove with this page. It will encourage me to work on some of the other pages and go from there. That one is about half off. So it's probably easier to get them off when they're still attached to other bits so I can hold it down and pop them off. But it can be tedious, but I do suggest trying to take those off if you can. All right, so we're just going to do a few here and there, like not overdoing, you know, but a few pieces to decorate our tree. You know, the mice are in the tree. Maybe things are rearranged in the morning and the humans are like, what happened? And the mice are like, hee hee hee, playing their Christmas Eve pranks on the humans. I don't know. But anyway, kind of wishing I had some more little bits now that I could decorate the tree with, but I don't, and it's just going to add more bulk. So stop wishing and get to decorating, Jody. So we won't talk about how long this actually took me. Let's just say it was very fiddly, but I do really like it. I think it's cute. So I've embellished it with just a few pearls and some gemstones and stuff like that. And so, you know, this is going to be able to be open, and this can all be journaling space, all of this blank space. It's got beautiful colorization. I don't necessarily love this, but in the scheme of things, that supports those ribbons and stuff like that. And I got over into this and I was like, oh no, but then it's not going to show on the fireplace side, so it's fine. This just has so much damage to it. I don't know yet what I'm going to do for the fireplace. I know, like I said, we need these stockings to come down. And then this did have like a flame and fire and wood in it. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do there. I do want to go ahead and fix this piece where it's torn. I just don't want that to take on any more damage than it's already got. Just to protect the page, you know. So I'm gonna have to brainstorm on this page. I'm wondering if in one of these Christmas books or magazines, there is actually a fire in them that we could fussy cut and put in here for the fire. So I will have to spend some time looking for that, and that'll be a different video. That won't be this video. I just looked and thought, oh my gosh, it's getting so long. Hopefully these videos aren't boring for you guys as I'm just working my way through and having to problem solve on some of these things. And I was thinking, you know, I don't know that I'm super concerned about putting something in every single pocket that I have made. Oh my gosh. That's probably how I got glue on that, because guess what just happened? I got glue on it. So we need another coin, or I just let it dry. Maybe I'll just leave this page open and let everything dry, and then hopefully it'll be okay. What was I saying? Oh, about leaving all the pockets. I may not fill all the pockets because, again, I am listing this for sale, and I want somebody, I just said I was going to leave that open. Obviously, I didn't. I want to be able to list it, but leave room. Like if somebody else buys this journal, then they have room to put their own, you know, pieces in here, like whether it's greeting cards or something. You know, there's space for somebody else to add their own personal touches to this, I think, is where I am with it. That may change if I can get in a groove here and get some, and it's not just about me not being in a groove, it's about truly wanting to leave room for somebody else's memories. I mean, gosh, even for me last year when I did my December daily, it got so full. I actually was really surprised at how full it got with just what I was doing with it. Leave it alone, Jody. Leave it alone. I did think how cute it would be to find some packages and maybe put some packages under here, or make some little like wrapped, you know, we could cut squares of wood, or squares of wood. Oh my gosh, squares of cardstock, and then maybe tie a little ribbon on them, and then we could put a couple packages under the tree. I almost stuck my finger in that stickles. I have to let this dry now. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Please let me know in the comments below how much more of me actually working on this journal you want to see. There is only a week left, so I don't know how much. I mean, I will film some of it. I guess I shouldn't even ask that, because if I feel like filming, I'll film and share it, and then it's up to you as the viewer whether or not you want to watch that. I love that. We need some presents. Just a couple packages under the tree would be super cute. But that has to completely dry. I could have left the ribbon off and just decorated the tree, but I like the ribbon, and now I'm wishing I had done the red here, but the silver's fine. Okay, stop fussing, moving along. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.